everyone, and welcome to Talks with Janette. Today we're gonna have some fun in the sun with one of the coolest guys that I know. He's not only one of the best DJs, he's also the only guy to ever win me a trophy. It's Melvin Odoom. Melvin Odoom.
Cheers, Janette.
Cheers. You look good.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I think I prefer this.
This is all for you, Janette.
You really are the coolest guy I know.
Amazing.
Oh my God, thank you so much for joining me today.
Listen, anything for you, Janette, I'll do it.
Melvin, let's start with the fact that you are the only guy that has been able to achieve this for me.
Seriously.
I love you for that so much.
I'm so happy that I even beat Aston.
You beat Aston.
That is amazing. That's my goal in life.
That was your goal in life? Did you enjoy doing Strictly? I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
did
loved
both. You did the live show and you did the Christmas special. Did you enjoy both, or did you like one more than the other?
I think the whole experience was amazing for me because main show we just got to meet such amazing, cool people.
Yeah.
And I'd never been involved in something like that. When we did like the red carpet, the press days were amazing.
Yeah.
Learning the routine, like the group dance rehearsals were amazing. So I loved all of that. And then the Christmas special actually winning, because when the Christmas special went out, I had all my family here, both sides, and they didn't really know what was going on. So for them to like actually see me win
Did you not tell them? I remember you saying you didn't
my
tell
dad, my sister and my mum knew, and then that was it. Everyone else was just kind of sitting there thinking, here we go, is Melvin gonna do well in this competition again?
Yeah.
So it's like a massive surprise for everyone.
to see you win.
Yeah.
I think, well, just for, in case people don't know, we went out week 1.
Yeah.
But then we came back in the Christmas special and won the whole thing.
I still can't believe it.
You liked the Charleston as well.
I loved
We did
it.
a Charleston
Yeah.
that week, or that couple of weeks we had to rehearse. And the Charleston you really liked.
Yeah, it was just, you know what, it was fun because we went out on the tango, and you know how hard that was for me.
The tango was really
It's like
hard, yeah.
the opposite of my personality. It's very
Serious.
and stern, and I'm not sexy, and I'm not like that.
Yeah,
so.
you are. Look at you.
Well, yeah, only today. Only at home I'm sexy. But it was just kind of like, the Charleston was fun and it was funny. We were dressed as elves, and I loved the film Elf as well. Like, the theme that you came up with was sick, so
You liked it.
it was a lot of fun.
I liked being an elf. It was really cool. We got some cool outfits, didn't we?
I loved it, yeah, it was really cool.
Well, thank you again. She looks beautiful, doesn't
No,
she?
thank you.
Do you show it off to the girls when you bring them back?
That is always here.
Is that your pickup line?
Well, yes, it is.
Yes.
Just don't tell no one.
I will. So we are in your hot tub at home, relaxing, enjoying the summer.
So I get down, Janette.
Yeah.
I finish the breakfast show, and then I fire this up and relax.
I feel like I should do all my interviews in here now.
You should. You should. It's the only way to roll.
Yeah, you're right.
The honest truth is, I never use this.
You never do.
Never. This is like a special
This
occasion.
is quite an honor.
Yeah, this is very much an honor for you to be here today.
So let's go back to the beginning. When were you born? What's your birthday? It's coming up, actually.
July 30th.
July 30th.
So I was born 1980, so 38 today. And I was born in northwest London. Both my parents are from Ghana.
Yeah.
So I have an African name. Do you know my African name?
No, what's your African name?
Cool.
Cool.
You have to say with the accent. Cool.
Cool. Cool.
No, you're not a bird. You have to say cool.
Cool.
That is it. We'll work on that. Yeah, don't. Ghana's a happy place.
Cool.
That's better. Yeah.
Cool.
And that means Wednesday born, because everyone gets a different day name depending on your tribe.
So you are
Wednesday.
Melvin Cuckoo.
Melvin Cuckoo
Odoom.
Odoom. Yes.
Yeah. So your parents are from Ghana, but you and your sister, your younger sister Yona,
Yes.
you were born here.
Both born here. Yeah, in London.
And when you were little, what were you like as a kid? Were you really hyper? Did you always like music?
I was like the person that always liked to make people. I like making people smile. That was my thing, and I've always been.
See that.
But I was like a geek. I wasn't like the cool kid or anything like that. And I've always been really small. So even at school, I was just kind of like the little one that girls used to think was sweet. I remember trying to chat up a girl, and I said to her, I really like you. Will you be my girlfriend? And she thought I was like cracking a joke with her. Just burst into laughter. And no one ever took me seriously, even when I was serious. Yeah. But I loved drama. Drama was my favourite thing to do.
So you were an actor? Did you do acting as a kid?
I did A-level drama in GCSE.
It's amazing.
I smashed it in the play Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, do you remember the plant? I was the plant in that. Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long.
When did you do that? How old were you when you did it?
like 15, 16.
Oh my gosh, I would have paid to see you doing
I mean,
that.
you can still pay me the money. I'll take it. It's fine.
So then you graduated and you went to a media school, didn't you? You went to college to study that.
Well, I studied media performance and radio at the University of Bedfordshire, which is where I met Ricky, who I do the breakfast show with. Ricky's like my brother.
Yeah.
So we met there, and Ricky came up to me like in my first year, and he's so confident and really cool.
Yeah, I really like Ricky.
Like, he's the coolest dude. Anything that I do that's cool has come from Ricky.
From Ricky.
Yeah, definitely. But there's loads of us. There's another 4 Rickies. Okay. And they're all like my brothers. So there's Leroy, there's Russell, there's Damien, there's Charles, and I met them all at university. And then there's 2 of my friends here in London, Eddie's and Josiah, and they're all like my close friends. Yeah.
And why did you decide to go into media and radio? Have you always liked music? Like, were you one of those kids that had like cassette players and was recording it and doing like, did you do little love albums for the girls you like?
I used to do mixtapes.
Mixtapes, that's what it is.
Mixtape. And I used to. Do you know Trevor Nelson? So Trevor Nelson's a DJ here in the UK. He used to work for Kiss, and now he works for the BBC. And I used to listen to Trevor Nelson's Rhythm Nation every Sunday, record his show. I used to work in a shoe shop in North London and listen to his show in the cloak
What was it about his show that you liked? What was it?
You know what? He was just very knowledgeable about music and really passionate. And he played R&B and hip hop, and he was the man you went to for R&B and hip hop.
I see.
So I kind of listened to him and thought I could do something like that. But I still wasn't too sure. It wasn't until I got to university that I was like, I want to be a DJ.
Is that why you decided then to go into media and radio?
Yeah.
You always wanted to be a DJ.
The truth is, I wanted to be Michael Jackson. Then I realised I can't sing and dance.
You can dance.
Well, I can dance because of you. Only when I'm with you. But then I thought, how else can I entertain people? And I thought presenting was the kind of like next obvious choice.
Yeah, amazing. So when you graduated, you created this really amazing group of friends, Leroy, Ricky, and the guys. But Ricky is the one that you kind of done loads with, isn't it?
Yeah, because Ricky was like, let me fire up. The Jets are trying to.
Wait.
They're trying to stop on us.
Oh, she's back.
We're back.
Is it a she or a he?
It's a she, of course.
It's a she.
I can only be seen on the she. Yeah, Ricky and me had similar goals, and the whole Ricky Melvin thing wasn't on purpose. It was just like by accident. Because we were like, when we did stuff together, it was more fun. Similar to like when you and me did all like our chart show and stuff.
The very iconic chart shows.
Which people still talk about to this day.
All
day long. I mean, how many hits are on those videos?
So many hits.
Like
millions.
Millions of them. Mainly our family.
Mainly my mom and your mom. Over and over.
It's true.
It's true.
But it was always an accident, and then we loved doing stuff together, and then we were like, actually, let's do more and more stuff together.
Amazing. And so you started with radio, did you, with Ricky?
Yeah.
But then you've done a lot on MTV, ITV, BBC.
Well,
how did the television then come in?
Well, technically, I started in kids' TV first.
Really? CBBC was it?
So yeah, CBBC doing a show called, you've done your research, doing a show called Dick and Dom in the Bungalow.
Yes.
And it was like where I used to dress up in random characters.
So what would you do? What was the part that you had to play?
You name it, I probably did it. I was dressed in a dolphin outfit. I'd be a woman. I'd be a dad. I'd be Mr. Choosy, which was like this massive balloon head. It was just a random character every single day.
That's
but I have to say, it was the most fun I ever had.
Yeah.
And we used to get covered in custard, like have custard fights. We used to call it creamy muck muck. And do these fights every single episode. It was like a game show, but it was just manic.
Fun,
yeah, a lot of
fun.
fun.
Was it like, was that your first time presenting?
I wasn't really presenting, I was doing character work. The presenters were a guy called, the 2 guys, Richard and Dominic, they were called Dick and Dom.
Dick and Dom, yeah.
And they are probably, I think, they taught me so much. They probably don't even realise this, but they taught me so much.
Did they?
Just watching them. Yeah, because they could just roll with the punches. They could read off a script, then come off script, then come back into it, then do a game, then do like a competition. They were insane.
Wow.
They were insane.
So then you did the show with Dick and Dom.
Yeah.
And what then was your first big?
So the first big, so we used to work behind the scenes for One Extra radio station. Then the first real gig for me and Ricky was Kiss FM.
Kiss FM, yes.
Weekend Breakfast.
Which is the breakfast show, right?
That was, well, Weekend Breakfast, then we went to Breakfast.
Yeah.
And that was the main kind of like our big break.
So doing the Weekend Breakfast shows with Ricky was what kind of snowballed into everything else.
Yeah, so off the back of that, Ricky went to MTV, started doing news, then he kind of brought me into MTV, and we used to do
Like you
continuity.
said, all the cool jobs.
Yeah. All the cool jobs are Ricky.
Ricky.
And I follow him.
I
and-
doubt that.
No, it is. He's the coolest dude I know. Then we used to do 4Music. Then we went to like Kiss TV. We did our own show for ITV called Bang on the Money. Hosted the MOBO Awards.
I saw the Mobile Awards. You were amazing.
That was
the
really.
Mobile
That was a lot of
Awards.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you and Ricky have really become this like a team.
Yeah.
But it's not just you and Ricky now on the breakfast show, is it?
No, you can't forget Charlie.
Can't forget Charlie.
The hardest working woman in show business. If she's not doing the show, she's got her own specialist DJ show on the weekends.
Wow.
She produces music.
Quite
she has
power woman, isn't she?
Oh, powerful woman. She has her own clothing boutique. I would love you to spend more time with Charles because if you two you're quite similar in terms of your work
Me and
ethic.
Charlie are going to take on we're going to be
telling
the
you.
next Ricky and Melvin.
No, we can't have that because I still need to get paid out here. But you two, in terms of your work ethic, you're both very focused. And the other thing that's very similar to you and Charlie is your family are so important to you
Family is
guys.
very
Like number one.
But family, speaking of family is very important to you as well.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we did Strictly together, I got to come to your house
Yeah.
and I met
Everyone.
And you could just see how excited they were and how much
Yeah.
they loved you and how support. Has that always been very fluent in your life? Have they always been there for you, your family, no
I
matter
mean,
what?
yeah, mum has done such a good job to raise myself and my sister, and I don't tell her enough because if I tell her, then she asks for money. So I try not to give her too much love.
Yeah,
but
just a little bit,
just a little bit,
little
from
bit
time to time. But yeah, I suppose coming from like a Ghanaian family, like in Africa and especially Ghana, if you go to Ghana, they're so hospitable and warm and welcome. Any of my friends that I used to bring to the house, my mum would show them love and make them feel welcome. My dad, if you go to my dad's house, you can't just go to my dad's house and not have anything.
not feel like
He's
you
giving
need to
you
eat.
drink, he's giving you food, you're watching your favourite show. He makes you feel welcome, and I think I get that
Do you
from
know
my
what?
parents.
I really felt that when I met them.
But your family's like that.
We're Cuban, man.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
your family's
the
like that.
Cuban family, we're like cool like the Ghana family.
From you came all the way from the States to come and watch us and
They
support
were
us.
so excited
And your
for us.
brother, it felt like I already knew the family before they got
they all
here.
came together. It was
nice,
really
man.
nice. No, but you're right. Family is very, very important. And now that you've done Strictly, which is such a big family TV show, do you feel like things have changed?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, have you got more things out of being on a show like
Yeah,
Strictly?
I think, you know what, the thing about Strictly, what people don't realise is it's a completely different audience to what I was used to. You know, the Kiss audience is very young, and it's very kind of like teenagers and young adults, whereas Strictly is literally everybody.
Yeah.
I remember sitting on the train and an old man came up to me on the train and he was like, I really enjoyed you and Janette on Strictly, and I was like, you would never have known who I was or what I did prior to doing that show. But then their mums loved the show, my little baby cousins, they loved the show, and I remember my cousin Jazzy, when we went out, she was crying her eyes out for like the whole night. Jazzy's, she must be about 7, 8 now.
7, 8.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but that's what I'm saying, that everybody watches
That's what's
that
nice,
show.
isn't it? The show's a family show, isn't it?
And I think it's helped to get me shows like Lego Masters on Channel 4, and then I did the Hotter Half on E4, because I just think the profile got bigger, so it meant more people knew about
because
what
now
I could
you
do.
weren't just dealing with, like you said, a teenager, young
Yeah,
audience.
yeah.
Now you dealt with everybody.
Definitely.
And I have to ask you, because every week you get about 2 million listeners on the breakfast show. Now, how do you cope with that? I mean, you're talking to this microphone. It's just you, Ricky, and Charlie, but millions of people are listening.
I don't think
do you
about
not
that.
think about that?
It's the same as you when you do your dancing. Like,
Oh, I don't.
I remember you. Listen, let me tell you a story about Daddy Back. I remember when you and me did our first ever rehearsal,
Yeah.
and we were doing the cha-cha-cha, wasn't it?
Cha-cha.
And I finished my rehearsal. I was wearing the bright pink trousers
Yep,
and
you
a
look
floral
great.
top. I thought I looked powerful. We did our rehearsal. We had the maracas and everything. And I turned around to you, said, Melvin, well done. You went high five, and then we turned around and Danny Back and Oti did their first rehearsal to some Maroon 5 tune, and Danny Back smashed it. And everybody, the thing is, in TV, cameramen, sound guys, they have seen everything.
But
But
not
that's-
us.
They hadn't seen us, and they hadn't seen Danny Mac. And I'd never seen people stand to the side and give Danny Mac a stand ovation in his rehearsal.
In his rehearsal.
And I remember what you said to me. You went, Melvin, never watch another rehearsal.
I do remember.
He broke it down.
I was like, Melvin, we're never gonna watch Danny Mac rehearse
Ever again.
But you know what? Like what you guys do on your breakfast shows.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk to people every day. You become a routine. People listen to you on the way to work, on the way to the gym, on the way to whatever their daily routine is. So you become a part of everyone's life.
Yeah.
Does that that must make you feel really good to know that people really enjoy making you a part of their everyday schedule.
To be honest with you, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time we don't get to feel what our audience are feeling, and it's only when we're out and about, like if we're at a festival or at a DJ gig, or even just on our way home, and someone will come up and be like, that story you said today really made me crack up, or I listen to you every morning on the show. Like, that's a beautiful thing, because people don't have to listen to you in the morning, or they can listen. Look how many stations there are, or you can listen to Spotify or whatever. But the fact that people wake up every single morning and tune in is a blessing. You can't.
So that brings me to the next question. I mean, Spotify, podcasts. People now are finding so many different ways of listening to information and to music. Have you seen any difference in the radio? Or I mean, it sounds like 2 million listeners a week. It's still going strong, is it?
I think the beauty about especially Kiss is we've moved with the times. So we haven't gone. This exists, so we're going to keep things the same. If you listen to the Breakfast Show, you can get in touch with us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. There's a period when we used to have like Snapchat and stuff like BlackBerry messages and stuff like that. So we constantly move with the times.
Constantly trying to stay with
And it's not just radio. We do podcasts as well. We do video interviews online.
All of it,
everything. So it's not. Radio has changed, and because of radio's changed, we've changed with it. And I think that's the secret, and that's why our audience have grown with us.
That's why they like Kiss so much.
And radio is an intimate medium. It's not like anything else. It's the only medium that you can listen to or you can consume with something else. You can listen to the radio while you do your ironing, or while you're in your shower, or while you're cleaning up. No,
it's just listening.
And there's not many mediums like that. With radio, you can still enjoy other things, and there's nothing more intimate than radio. People speak to us like they're our best friend. Because if they feel so close to us.
Because they listen to you all the time,
It's completely different. So I'm quite biased. I don't think radio has died. I think it's just changed.
And now, in your interviews that you do in the morning, you get to meet. I mean, I remember when we first got paired, you were name dropping, like, I've interviewed so and so. I've interviewed. I mean, you meet some incredible people with what you do. Have you had who's the most incredible person
The biggest person is Janette Manrara. And then second is Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yeah. Will Smith.
What was that like? What was he like?
We've been lucky enough to meet him about 4 times.
Brilliant.
Will Smith is my number one person because he goes out of his way to make you feel welcome. So imagine this, Janette. You know how junkets work. You've got a room full of people, like journalists, presenters in one room, and then they've got the star in another room, right? Will Smith walks into the room with all the journalists and says, he goes, "Hi guys, I want to thank you for coming out today. I'm going to see you later on." And me and Ricky are there, already excited. People don't do that. So we go into the room and he's interviewing everyone on a boat for, I think it was like Hancock or something like that, right? And he starts the interview and there's this mad noise in the background. So me and Ricky are thinking, what the hell? Our interview's ruined now. He goes, hold up. Cameramen, stop what you're doing. Sound, stop what you're doing. Ricky and Melvin aren't going to get their interview, so let's just wait. And he doesn't sit there and make you feel awkward. He starts telling us stories about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, all of this stuff.
I would love to
He's
hear
amazing.
that.
But get this. So we finished the interview, wicked interview. And because he starts back once his noise stops, right? And then I go to the premiere of his film. Walking down the aisle, I've got a date. I feel really heavy. I'm like, We sit at the front row, and then Will comes down with Charlize Theron and the other cast members, and he goes, "Who wants to introduce this film?" This kid jumps up and goes, "Me." He goes, "You introduce the film." And then this kid's like, "Hi, my name's John or whatever. This is Will Smith's new film, Hancock." Everyone cheers. And as he walks out, he sees me in the front row, recognizing me from the interview earlier, shakes my hand and walks out. Everyone's like, "How'd you know Will Smith?" I'm like, "Don't worry about that. Me and Big Willie are like that."
But I bet you your date was like,
she was, let's just say, I enjoyed that evening. I had a great evening. But he goes out of his way to make you feel special. Yeah, that's what he's like.
And I actually find that the more and more you meet really, really big celebs,
Yeah.
We need more like that.
Yeah.
We need more like
I think the bigger the celeb, the nicer they are.
Yeah.
Rihanna's
you're right.
really cool. Hugh Jackman's lovely. Sylvester Stallone's amazing. Denzel Washington's dope.
Amazing.
All these people are like
now,
lovely.
All these are amazing. You don't have to say the name, but you can tell me the story.
Okay.
What's been one of the worst interviews?
I can tell you the name.
Okay, go on then. Okay, go on.
There's two.
There's two.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Disappointment.
He's just hard work. I don't think he enjoys interviews unless he really likes the person.
Okay.
He can be hard work. And Timberland, which made me want to cry.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
especially a DJ, like.
But I think with Timberland, I don't mind him because he doesn't like interviews. It's been documented that he doesn't like interviews. That's not the part of his job that he enjoys. And actually, towards the end of the interview, he kind of like perked up, but that's when it was finished. But they were the hardest.
Saying goodbye now.
Yeah, he was.
Why were they the hardest? Did they just get like short answers or just not like?
Samuel L. Jackson was just rude.
Really?
And Timberland. So we were like, it was. You remember when he did Future Sex Love Sound for Justin Timberlake? Yeah. So we were like, we really love this tune that you did for Justin, and it uses this sample. Tell us how you came up with this song. And he was like, I just got the kick and the snare, and that was it. That was how he answered. That was it. There was no energy. It was pure mumbling, and it wasn't until because I'm a geek with music. And I kind of noticed that he used for some of his songs like UK slang, and so I kind of started teaching him UK slang for his next gig, and so he loved that, and that's when he kind of perked up. But that was like the last question of the interview, and then he had to leave.
Shame.
Yeah.
You've met some incredible people. You've worked on TV. You've worked on radio for a long time. You've actually won Best Breakfast Show, didn't you?
Yeah.
Your show. You
won Sony Gold and Silver for the breakfast show.
That's amazing. Yeah. I mean, and if you think about it, it's just the three of you and your producers, so that must feel like quite an honor.
That was, for us, that's like winning an Oscar in radio for Sony.
It's amazing, Melvin.
And I remember that day, man, it was insane. Because we were up against, if you think about it, how many breakfast shows existed.
There's a lot, yeah.
People like Chris Moles, people like Capital Breakfast. There were so many breakfast shows that we were up against. And so to win that award was a really big deal.
Congratulations!
Thank you very much. It was like winning Strictly Come Dancing.
It was like winning Strictly, wasn't it? But you also do a lot of charity work. I saw that you're involved with the Princess Trust.
Yeah.
And you've also worked with the community center, teaching kids how to dance.
So
tell me a little bit about them.
So Princess Trust, we've been ambassadors for like years now. So we've got to do like various events for them. One that I really loved is we got to speak to like loads of artists like Mark Ronson and Tiny Temper and Jamal Edwards, who runs SBTV, and it was just a massive forum for young people to speak to them. And we chaired that, and that was really, really cool. And just like, I think the Princess Trust is a great organisation because they really do provide support for young people across the UK. And I've seen some amazing stories like firsthand. In fact, there's one girl that I know who she was going through so much as a teenager, and the Princess Trust kind of supported her, and now she runs an incredible business that's been popping off for time. And so I see things happen like firsthand, and Prince Charles is a dude. It's not a fake organisation. They actually support people and they help people out. And then Raise the Sunshine, they basically provide like wishes for people like young children who are basically critically ill. So we do like the Raise the Sunshine concert for them, and we meet various young people who are going through a lot, who are very ill. That's a great organisation. Then I used to work for a youth club called the Froud Centre in East London.
You gave them dance lessons and drama
classes.
Yeah,
that's where you've done your research hard work. So that's where I used to do street dance classes.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
Shame we didn't have street dance on Strictly.
I know, we should have done more street dance, I would have been alright.
But you enjoyed that? I mean,
that was
nice for you.
That was so much fun because that was the first job that I had after university. And off the back of that, then I started teaching in Tower Hamlets College as well. So that was a lot of fun. And I still see like some of the kids come up to me or they message me on like social media, and they're adults.
They're adults.
They're like
and
20.
you were the one that kind of gave them that?
Well, no, they were talented without me. Like,
No,
they were
no,
such
I've
talented
seen
kids.
you in hip hop.
Oh, right.
You gave it.
Oh, really?
I mean, we did Charleston. That's the closest to hip hop.
No, they're beautiful kids. They're really good kids.
So you really enjoy giving back, then?
Yeah, they're really. Yeah, they're
I think it's
amazing.
important, isn't it, when someone like yourself is in such a great position, you've got such a strong voice to make sure that there is.
Well, I don't do it because I just do it because I like doing it, and actually, it's important. Like, and you kind of we all underestimate how you can touch someone, and even just meeting someone can cheer you up for the whole day. Like that Will Smith situation, that made me feel happy for the whole year. Do you know what I mean? And he probably doesn't. He probably doesn't even.
Great note.
And yeah, he hooked me up neatly. So yeah, if you can inspire someone, that's a really important thing to do. So I hope even if I inspire one person down the line, then I've done my job.
Do you know what? And I have to say I'm eternally grateful because you were the only one that came to support me and my charity.
Yeah, but you should have won. Oh, your charity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but your charity is amazing.
I was so happy, and that's when I knew, Melvin, you're a good guy. You're a really good guy, and you know, I say it loosely, but I really mean that.
Thank you.
To be able to give back, to be like so friendly.
Yeah, but what I'm doing is the easy part. They're doing the hard part, supporting all these women. I just take some pictures and make people smile for the day. But they're doing the hard work. So if I can do that, then that's cool.
Yeah, and I have to let you know, it's really like duly noted and appreciated.
That's so cool.
So now, if we go all the way back to the beginning, there's little Melv.
Yeah.
There's you back at home. What would have been your plan B if you were not a DJ? What else would you see Melvin?
Cool. I probably would have been a teacher.
Really?
Yeah, because I did teach.
Yeah, but you teach dancing and drama, didn't you?
And so yeah, I think that probably would have been the most obvious choice. But I've always had an interest in like directing. I've always loved music videos, and had, you know, like when you hear a certain song and you come up with an idea or concept. I've always liked that.
That song would look like.
Yeah, but I think off the back of this, I'd love to kind of like come up with concepts and ideas for TV. But yeah, I think teaching would probably be the like most obvious kind of like thing for me to do.
You'd be like teaching people how to DJ, maybe?
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Melvin, I adore you. So obviously you've given back so much to charity, you have such an involvement in radio and television. What would be like your advice to someone that's coming up and wants to be in broadcasting or radio? Like, what would be your number one piece of advice for them?
That's a good question. There's a few bits.
Yeah.
Number one, work experience is key.
Work experience.
Number two, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Number three, enjoy it.
Yeah. Do you feel the element of enjoying is to just relax and maybe people get tense when...
I think if you stop enjoying it, then you'll just end up hating what you do.
Yeah.
And I think like we do what we do because we enjoy it. And I think sometimes we get stressed out with all the other stuff that happens, and we should always remember why we started doing it in the first place.
Yeah.
And I think if you always remember kind of like the foundations as to why you started dancing or started presenting or started doing radio, then you'll always enjoy what you do. So yeah, I think.
And work experience is crucial, you think, as well.
That's what made me realise I was. Yeah, listen. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't have had my introduction to television, and that I didn't do that because I thought I was going to make money or I thought I was going to be a big star. I just did it because I'd never been in the studio before. I was just like, I wanted to dress up and be in the studio. Yeah. So I think work experience is key, and you can't start too early. I don't know where I would be right now if I started doing work experience at university.
Yeah,
so it's key.
Okay, thank you so much, Melvin.
No problem.
I mean, we can stay here all day.
I mean, I am staying here all day.
I have no problem.
I'm not leaving.
This looks good on you as well.
Thank you. It's good. It's looking after my hair.
It's keeping your hair dry.
Exactly. Can we get one for my beard next time?
Let's give you one for that. So Melvin, I mean, you're this amazing guy. You give back. You're so talented.
I know, you're right.
You've got all these amazing opportunities. Like, you're ready for a lovely woman, but you're a bachelor.
Can't I just date your sister?
No, we need to talk about that. My sister is a whole other level.
Okay, that's true.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it.
We'll discuss it later.
We'll discuss it later, yeah. But I think, are you on Tinder? Did you ever use Tinder?
I tried it when it first came out, and Bumble and Happen, but they didn't really work for me.
Okay, so we're going to play our own round of Tinder.
Okay.
And you have to swipe left if you don't like
Okay.
Swipe right if you like. And we're going to see what kind of girl we can maybe find for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Deal.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the hottest. Let me do her twice. Put her on again.
Twice.
Yeah.
Why is Scarlett so hot?
Scarlett Johansson, we interviewed for a film called The Spirit. She has the best lips I have ever seen in my life.
She does have beautiful lips.
And her voice. Oh, let me take a sip.
Okay. Angelina Jolie.
No.
Why not? What's it?
She's just overrated. Everyone like overrates her.
Overrated.
Yeah, she's okay, but not for me.
Not for you.
No.
Okay. Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, yes. Twice again.
Again.
She's so nice.
She's nice.
Margot Robbie is so hot. And actually, she's a great actress. Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
She smashes her role in that. Yeah, I love her.
Okay, all right. And last but definitely not least, Theresa May.
Theresa May. How do I get rid of the application? How do we shut it down? No.
So basically, Margot and Scarlett are your vibe.
They are
so we
my
need
vibe.
a mix of Margot and Scarlett.
Yes. And Halle Berry.
And Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna mix it all together.
And then hook it up.
If you could take one of each, what would you take? Something of each.
Do you know what? I love, the thing about Halle is she's been consistent.
I've got a better idea.
Go on.
Ready? Snog, marry, or avoid with Scarlett, Halle Berry, and Margot.
Marry Halle Berry.
Marry Halle Berry.
Snog Scarlett because of them lips.
Snog Scarlett, you said.
I have to avoid
You have to
Margot.
avoid Margot.
Yeah, she's got a partner anyway, so that's fair.
Okay, so that's why you're taking care of the marriage.
Yes.
Melvin, thank you so much for talking
My
with me
pleasure.
today.
This has been fun.
We're just gonna
Can we
chill
do this
here.
every year?
Let's do it every day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
This
Wait,
is
let
great.
me get my drink. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
This is lovely, isn't it? How's Alia?
It's great.
Oh, good.
It's good. It's really good. He's had a full issue, but this is much better. This is much better.